thought Poggy played pretty good last night. It's just a shame they kind of fell flat in the shootout. Dude, hello? You got a haircut, didn't you? Leafs lose 4-3 in the shootout to the Colum-bust Blue Jackets. And I think contempt for shootout losses is the one thing diehard fans and Tank Nation fans have in common. They still get a point, but they lost. It's just a mess. And this has just been the definition of Leaf luck this season. They could have taken a 1-0 lead into the second period, and then Rick Nash scores a goal with less than a second left. And then after seesawing back and forth a couple times, the Blue Jackets finally took it in the shootout. Gotta say, I didn't really care for Stempniak's shootout move. Yeah, sometimes when you try to fake out the goalie, you end up faking out the wrong guy. And this, of course, was Poggy's second straight home start, and he stopped 31 of 34 shots. And while I know the Leafs need better goaltending, at what point does it stop being the goalie and it starts being the team is just not good? And when Poggy wasn't stopping shots, he was getting run over by Jared Boll. While I want to say props to Luke Schenn for taking Jared Boll to task, Luke Schenn is a much better player than Jared Boll. I know there's the whole honor code and everything, but at some point when something like that happens, you need to say to yourself, well, I play 23 minutes a game, he plays 8. Does the math really add up here? And so in that sense, even though Luke landed more punches in the fight, Jared Boll won. Yeah, you could say he bowled him over. You could, but then you'd be a tool. But if I'm a goon for the opposing team, I'm going to do that every game now because I know I can take one of your best players out of the game for 5 minutes for something I was going to do anyway. Look at it this way. If your opponent's a forward and his point total can still be counted on his hands, then it's probably not worth it. He only has 10. But despite all that, there's still a couple good things that came from the game. Brian Burke must have said something, but Nick Antropov scores 2 goals yesterday, and he is on a bit of a mini run. Now my question on the game to you, Antropov, do you keep him or trade him? Because, I was watching TV yesterday, and they weren't so sure that Antropov was going to get traded, and I'm like, yeah, right, I'd love to hear that. And the analyst just said, well, where are you going to get another 20-goal scorer that's 6'6" and comes in at only $2 million? Good point. And yeah, he's on the other team, but I gotta give congratulations to Ken Hitchcock for his 500th NHL win. What an accomplishment. Now just a couple things before I go. Steve, come on, TikTok! I gotta wish a speedy recovery to the Albany River Rats of the AHL. Their team bus was driving along yesterday, hit some bad weather conditions, and the bus actually crashed. Thankfully, none of the injuries are life-threatening. Well, that's all we have for this game, ladies and gents. And once again, the question of the game, Nick Antropov, should he stay, should he go? And guys, I apologize. I was just about to edit this video together, but I couldn't leave without asking this. How could I forget? Next game, Matt Sundin makes his return to the Air Canada Centre, and he'll do it with the Vancouver Canucks. What do you think? Does he get booed? Or does he get cheered? Second question of the game. Let me know. Take care.